Do you have fear? Would you like to know how to overcome your fear? Give me a few minutes of your time and I tell you how you can overcome your fear quickly and effectively. Hello, my name is Kamran Akbarzadeh, founder of Dream Achievers Academy and author of award-winning books Leadership Soup and Get What You Want. Thank you so much for watching this video. Today's video is about fear and overcoming fear. Now, many people think that fear is fake and it's illusion and it doesn't exist. But overall, fear is a natural response to protect ourselves from harm. And normally it goes back to our childhood, the way that we have grown, the city or the society that we have been grown in, as well as the experiences that we've had either from our childhood or even from our past lives. So fear is there, and normally it comes when there is doubt and when we do not have enough belief in ourselves, or when we want to really do something new or get out of our comfort zone. And since some of the things are not known, our doubter part, our protector, wants to protect us so we don't feel emotionally hurt, and therefore the doubter kicks in and doesn't let us do things that they have risk. On the other hand, our dreamer wants to do things that are a bit risky, and they take us to higher level of achievements and more like happier and more fulfilled. And these two forces, the doubter and the dreamer, are in conflict, especially when we want to do something new. So the question is, how can we take care of this? And how can we overcome the fears that we have, especially the fears that we know they're going to have positive effects on our lives if we take care of them? So whether we have fear or not is not actually the question. How we respond to the fear is key. Do you let your fear drive your life and overcome you, or do you sit in the driver's seat and overcome your fear? And the answer should be the second one. If you sit in the driver's seat of your life and you lead your life within your heart, you know that what is really good for you and which risks you have to take. Sometimes we take risks, but we know the reward of facing that risk, taking that risk and facing the fear is a lot, and therefore we have to go for it, and we have to go out of comfort zone and experience the unknown. So it's just a matter of understanding within your heart what is good and what has rewards for you, and that way you can respond to the fear properly. Now, my approach for facing and overcoming my fears is easy. If let's say I do something in the same manner over and over and nothing changes, I know that I have to change something in me. And that's the response to the fear, is to do the opposite of what you normally do. So just observe yourself and see in what situations you have this sort of fear. Let's say if you always say yes to people to please them, and you know that this takes away your time and you just feel bad and you think that people are taking advantage of you, and you're afraid to tell them or you're afraid to say no, then you know that to overcome this fear, you have to do what? You have to do the opposite of that. So if you always say yes to people, and if you are a yes-sayer, now go to the other direction, to the opposite direction, and say no. So if you always say yes, now say I'm going to say no. And don't worry about the outcome. The outcome will be all right. It's just inside you, the doubter side of you that wants to protect you from harm. And you think that if you say no, then you're going to feel bad and you're going to feel down. But no, you will feel more empowered if you do say no. Now, sometimes you have to just sit back and talk to yourself and work with your doubter side and bring the doubter and the dreamer on the same page, and that way both of them will help you to really have the right answer to the fear question. So that's how I say, if I feel fear, I just sit back and then look at the situation and ask myself, how do I normally respond, and if there is a trend of this sort of response, I do the opposite side. For example, if I always say during the day or during the month, I say, what if I do this and I fail, for example. Let's say if I want to start a business, and I always say one day I should start a business, but I always say no, it's too early. What if I fail in that? What if I don't have any customer? And I repeat this over and over in my conversations. Now it's time and say, okay, so if I start, this is the outcome I want to see. Yes, I understand the fears around it. I understand the doubts around it. I understand that there could be fear, but what if it works and everything is all right? So then I just decide to do it, and I say, let's just take baby steps. Don't jump over it. Just start simple, start small, and then I take some action and then see the outcome of it. And as soon as we take the first action, we'll see that some doors open, and then we can take the next few steps. So the easiest and quickest and most effective way for me has been sitting back and thinking about it, reflecting on it, and then doing the opposite of what I normally do. And when I take the opposite side, then I face my fear, overcome the fear, take a step, no matter how small it is, and then I expand my comfort zone a bit, and then I move forward to the next step. And that's how I break that cycle, right? Sometimes it becomes really downward spiral over time. So in order to cut it and then start to go upward is just to go the opposite side. So I suggest you try that when you when you have a fear and you want to respond to that properly. Look at the trend, look at the way that you normally respond, refer to your heart. If that's right for you, then take action. Don't worry about the outcome, just take a small step on the opposite side, and you will see that you will get good results. If you don't believe me, try it. Until next time, live the life of your dreams and make a difference consistently.